And we're live! Hello all, and welcome back to the Sigil stream. My name as always is Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and tonight we are here once again with the lovely, the talented, one of my favorite people, Mr. Gary!
Hi everybody, hi. So good to be here.
We are joined, of course, by the amazing unicorn herself, Sparkle Princess. And of course, we are joined by the enigmatic Erica.
The voice of the Sparkle Unicorn is just so great.
And we would not be here without the lovely and fantastic Joe. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Hereafter, the First Fire, Chapter 6. That's right. Tonight is a special one. I'm excited. 6 episodes in so far, and we've created some memories so far. We've killed a number of interesting creatures. A shadow, some Feywild creatures. Mm-hmm. We've scoured the depths of a temple land. And we've uncovered this whole new world, a continent of Asora, something that's quite interesting. But thank you for hanging out with us, and hope you've been enjoying the ride thus far. As we have been. I'm happy to announce before we get into it that we have just come off the back of our 24-hour charity stream for Extra Life, which was an absolute success.
It was awesome.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, we streamed for 24 hours on Saturday, November 6th, all for Sick Kids Hospitals in Toronto, and we raised over $7,000 thanks to the community, as well as the help of some of the people here. Gary, Erica, and Ahmed all joined in for a number of games. Erica definitely... we are going to be playing more Dread Hunger tomorrow night, actually, because we had an absolute wonderful time playing some
Afterwards,
of
when Justin came for Hot Ones, he's like, you know... That Erica, I was on an ice floe heading back towards the ship, and I could just hear her through
singing
the in-game chat singing
rocks,
to herself
rocks,
about how many rocks she had found.
A lot of rocks, guys.
It was great.
So many.
You made a good impression.
Yeah, it was an absolute blast. $7,000. So thank you to everybody who came out to keep this company and to donate. Yeah, you didn't know that?
So good.
I didn't know it was at 7,000. Last I saw it was at 6,000. Just cracked 6,000.
No,
Yeah.
we ended the night at $7,025 for Toronto, for Sick Kids Hospitals in Toronto. It was crazy.
That's
I know.
Amazing.
We were
That is
floored.
fantastic.
Very tired. It took us all yesterday. This is our 5th year doing it, but this is definitely the oldest we've ever been.
One would hope.
Think about that. So it definitely felt like the oldest we've ever been. It took a long time to recover, but we did it. We did it, and we're here, and we're excited to play some mother flippin' D&D. I'm really excited. I've missed you guys, and I'm excited to get back. I'm excited to see how long Ahmed will keep this unicorn bit
This
going.
is Kala now.
I love the voice.
It's just...
I don't play no D&D, so I'm gonna go right after this.
Oh, bye, Sparkly Unicorn. Bye. It's nice to see you, friend. Oh, he's gone. I'm gonna miss that
I just want to say too that supporting that specific CHIO hospital too was fantastic, because I've had 3 people in my life who relied on that specific hospital to survive.
Wow.
Really?
So growing up, I had 2 friends who were very, very specific conditions, in and out of that their entire school life. And I have one friend now who just had a son who is, I believe he's coming up to 2. He's a full pandemic baby. He has been in and out of that specific hospital. I think at least once a month he's had to go. Very specific surgeries, like top of the line, is the only one that's available.
Yeah.
And it's been rough for her because it's her first child, but her child is so heavily dependent upon the great service, great quality that CHIO provides. So the fact that it was that one that was having funds raised for them, this means a lot. Me personally,
Yeah.
but I'm sure a lot of other people as well.
Well, thank you for that. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Joe as well did her clinical placement at that hospital too. So it is a hospital that's meant a lot
Ahmed.
to this
Yep.
family. And oh, Ahmed, you're here. You just missed
I'm
the.
sorry.
I feel
Oh, wait, did I give myself away with my voice?
It was
I think there's
you!
something about Santa.
The pokeroo is you all along. Is that a reference that the Americans would get? I don't think so. Pokeroo.
I don't think
You guys
they
know
were
Pokeroo.
allowed to
No.
have it.
What's a pokeroo?
Pokeroo is a
about it.
Canadian television show about, and it's so funny because I think the CBC only had budget for like 2 actors, because what would happen is there'd be 2 human hosts and they'd be like, hi, welcome to blah, 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 blah. And then one would leave and then the pokeroo would come by. And the pokeroo was this like tall green giraffe type figure, and he would stay for 20 minutes and do some things and blah blah blah, and then he would leave. And then the thing was, every time whenever that other host came back, they're like, I just missed the pokeroo, and he'd be like, yeah, you missed him, but I swear it was only because they could only afford 2 people. And someone's like, well, someone's got to leave to do the pokeroo.
His
We're not
presence
doing
was
it.
always heralded by Pokeroo.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Oh wow, he's slightly terrifying.
I
That was
watched
very
this
scary.
actual show where they sprung for 3 actors, and it was it was Bear, Bibble, Marigold to Humpty Dumpty
Oh,
and
yeah.
Pokeroo.
I remember that.
I had to
Bibble, yeah.
rhyme it to
Polka
remember
dot
it.
door.
Polka dot door.
Polka
Yeah.
dot door.
Either way,
And it was a lot
fun.
of lessons
very
about the fiber
Canadian.
of polka dot shorts.
That's the way to go.
There you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, anyway, I am excited to get into this. I think let's do this. Without further ado, let us kick off Hereafter the First Fire, Chapter 6.
Yes.
You descend the dark stone steps of the temple, moving just behind Magellan Silverarm, the sturdy dwarven cleric that you just helped back from the brink of death. You caught her fighting a darkling fae, a creature that upon its death explodes in a plume of bright light, blinding anybody within the area. As you follow her down, you sense hesitation in her steps. She entered this temple with, from what you can tell, a group, and yet only she seems to remain. A fire in her eyes, she exits to a landing. The steps continue down to a basement of sorts, but she sort of stops out halfway as you hear her react to the sound of clinking metal, sword fighting, and combat. You all exit to sort of a landing of area. So again, you're in the temple. You've cleared the first area completely. Where we left you off, you had just helped Magellan Silverarm. She used her last spell to heal you as well. And then you've descended a number of stairs. She sort of led you down the hall to a door right here. And as you follow her, eager to see, what's going on, you can see that there are steps leading down. So you descend, and again, you come out on this landing, and as you sort of exit the walkway, you see a number of figures. First and foremost, you see a large orc. And this sort of resonates immediately with all of you, because 2 of you are of orc blood, if not half, but full orc. And he has this tattered shirt, white linen, and stained dark pants. He has a large greatsword, and he's bleeding profusely from just under his arm. He pulls his sword back after just dispatching one of these fey creatures that seems to have wounded him, and it falls to his death. And sort of as he turns, hearing you approach, a half-elf guard jumps to grab him and tackle him out of the way as that fey creature explodes in blinding light. And I feel like each of you sort of cowers your eyes away from it And as you come out on the scene, you see the carnage that has befallen this party just moments ago. This landing is sort of a halfway point between the first and the basement floors. It is only a small jut off. You know, it's a very small room, but the carnage alone seems to show a very heavy battle. And before this orc can say anything, Meduline, who's led you here, pushes forward, runs up to him and says, "Cole, are you all right?" And she sort of like walks him to the corner as the other half-elf guard sort of eyes you nervously and sees that Meduline trusts you and sort of nods curtly to you. There's sort of a moment of respite here.
A little
Yeah.
surprised that there's anyone alive.
Yes.
It's impressive.
I suppose Garrus will walk over to the orc and just be like, are you very injured?
He's like, I'll manage. And he looks down, and from almost a dark corner, there's one final voice you hear, making the total of this party 4. There's the orc, the half-elf, lean-looking guard. She wears sort of a dented helmet and has a bow on her back with 2 short swords in her hands. And from the corner, you see a dwarf that looks very similar to Meduline. In fact, you can almost immediately tell this must be her kin. She is much younger, and she walks out wearing her hair in a much more fashionable way and sort of says, "No, he needs to go back to the surface." Meduline turns around to see her and says, "Ninduna, I worried." And she walks over and embraces this woman as if she were maybe her daughter. The 4 of them sort of take a moment. A hearty breath is settled between all of them. What do you guys do?
I'd like to find a way to ask them why they wouldn't stay, because with that comment was the half elf who said it, or was the sister who said it?
Said what?
Go to
That
the surface?
he needed to go back up to the surface.
Oh, yeah. It was the dwarf. It was the daughter.
Oh,
And you
daughter.
kinda, yeah. And you kind of see from the orc, he's bleeding like profusely, like close to death.
And we're very low on supplies in terms of anything we could share.
Correct.
Yes, we
In
are.
fact, it seems like this party is very similar to yours. They're all tapped out. You know, no one seems to have any spell slots to heal. No one has any extra room. But for whatever reason, this looks like everybody who sort of made it in here, and they're all sort of quietly talking amongst themselves, just trying to recoup and understand what has happened. But feel free to shove yourself in.
How much farther than this have you seen?
You said that to
Did you make
Meduline-
it much farther than here, this landing?
And you say that to Meduline? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she sort of lets go of her daughter and turns back and says, "We tried for the basement, but we didn't make it very far." And she realizes and says, "This is my daughter, Ninduna. This is Cole Basewood, the tavern owner." And she points to the orc. "And this is Gabrielle Clark, one of our guards."
I believe we met your daughter, Emmy. Right? Clark?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well
She as
remembered.
well.
Yeah, well remembered, even from me.
I didn't make
Yeah,
that connection.
Gabrielle is kind of like, yes, you can tell she's very sort of stoic and exhausted. They all look exhausted.
Yeah.
This, from what you remember, this party came into the temple
2 days ago?
hours ago. Well, like a fair amount of time ago. They've been fighting for their life ever since. It seems like they made it to the basement, but they're not very much use in their current state.
Well, then they should leave.
Can I do a medicine check to stabilize the orc, or is that how that works?
Sure. Yeah, you walk over. Give me a medicine check.
I got 22.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can see that he is in dire need of some serious aid. He needs rest. He needs to get out of this place. Or a proper doctor. You do remember that above, the Furbolg was a proper doctor and would
Yeah.
be able to help, hopefully.
So is there a reason we're all staying down here right now? We came in to find you, to be honest. And it seems, while we're all not in the greatest of shape, we are still among the living. Is there a reason we need to... Should we press on, or should we just go back? He'll say that to the group that we found. Maybe to Mageline more specifically.
Yeah, and Mageline sort of looks around between her party. And, there's an anger behind Cole Basewind. He sort of looks up from his wound. He's like, damned I'll give up that easy. And he sort of like tries to sit up, and Gabrielle Clark, the half-elf guard against her, like lets him back down. She's like, rest. He's like, and you can tell her too, she is winded. Maybe not wounded, but whatever sort of ability she has, she is far from at her best. Really, it's only Ninduna who sort of seems like she has any sort of hold over herself. As you know, Mageline sort of said that she had spent her last spells to heal you guys as well. So there is a moment where no one wants to admit that they are defeated, but this is a party that needs to retreat, and you all sort of sense it.
I'd like to just ask them kind of quickly to the air, what's in the basement?
And they all share a nervous look, and Cole goes to speak, but Gabrielle sort of stops him, and she just says, there was an explosion. 2. We now realize. A hole has been blasted in the basement wall, revealing a cavern that I don't think anyone knew exactly what was behind there. Everything has come out. A number of those creatures, she sort of gestures to the dead, ash pile of the creature that's dissolved. And something else, something bigger. Cole saw it, not me. And he says, I don't know what the hell it was, but I'll kill it if I can. And he tries to get up again, and at this point she's just like, stay down.
I have a horrible, horrible suspicion that this is exactly where Sal wants to go. It's an unknown cavern in a temple from a land we've never been to, that was converted from a previous temple, even earlier than that one. Anything could be growing in there. And the odds of someone else easily getting access to it, very slim. So I think the party would at least know Sal at least enough now to see his eyes start to sparkle a little. Like when he saw that amulet with a little bit of moss in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't mind, just a moment, Sal. And Brea takes Sal by the elbow and sort of steers him off to a corner. She's like, listen, I see that look on your face, and I appreciate your curiosity, but we can't be going down there right now. I'm spent. You're spent. This party is in no shape to go further probing into the depths of this place before we rest. Surely you can appreciate that.
I see your point, Brea. Wise as always. But what would you say would happen to that cavern if we were to leave now?
Well, there is a concern that monsters will spawn as it is.
In a mechanical sense,
Potentially.
the dungeon will populate.
It may repopulate.
Technical term.
But night is coming on now, and we are disadvantaged in the darkness. These creatures don't like the daylight, and so we should wait until day to approach.
Cole finally pushes past Gabriella and gets up to us standing against the wall, and he's like, that door, nothing will pass through it. And he sort of gestures to the open archway that you guys walked into this landing, and you see that open is a barrable iron door. Mageline, I'm of no state. Gabrielle's right. And she sort of was like, of course I am. He's like, we can seal the hole above, but maybe it's on them to seal below. And you can tell Mageline is torn between being the leader of this town while also wanting to do what is best as a fighter, as a cleric. And sort of begrudgingly, she walks over to Nduna, who is almost a bit disbelief, her mom never being someone to back away from a fight. And she grabs the satchel off Nduna's back and opens it up. And immediately you see there's maybe 8 sticks of dynamite. And she grabs 2 and hands them to Cole and says, "We'll blow it on our way out." And then she hands the satchel to you. She says, "If the 4 of you can head down to the basement and seal the hole once and for all, I would be indebted to you. And this place is safe to recoup your strength, but for us, there's too much going on above. If anything were to attack the town, I wouldn't know what to do."
It's happened. After you left,
Yes.
creatures came from the woodland. We vanquished them eventually. Should be safe now.
No apologies for the mess.
Yeah, and you can tell that her eyes have sort of glazed over in worry. "We need to move then."
Now, before we all set off to die, dare I ask, that door that supposedly no one will pass, was that closed before?
Before what?
Before these adventures, I'll say.
No. And you can tell that this is sort of like a storeroom of sorts, just sort of odds and sods put in here.
Okay. So it sort of happened to be open already. It wasn't as if somebody came by and flipped the
Correct.
bar open.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good to know everyone who's honest.
So
Cool.
you would like us to go down to the basement, seal up an exit or entrance of some kind. And then we can escape. But you did mention that you're going to blow another exit, or you're going to use dynamite somewhere else on your way out, which will be before we get out.
Look,
Is there some way we can guarantee, or some signal we can come up with, should we go down there, to guarantee we're not stuck down here with whatever else is down here?
and Midgeline says, "In a mechanical sense, I only want to give you the safety in knowing that you can sleep a long rest without worrying that more creatures are going to escape through the hole in the church.
Okay.
So I'm only trying to give you a bit of space. That's
Cool.
just me as a GM trying to make it okay for you guys to rest
Before
without
we
being
progress.
like, but how are we going to worry about the hole in the side of the church? So what they're basically saying is they're going to go up, they're going to either close it or camp it or whatever. They'll make sure nothing else pours out.
Yeah. Cool.
That's the easiest way I can say that.
This is going to be the worst thing I've ever tried to make Sal do.
Ooh.
Could I just very quietly, possibly mumble as Sal walks by to say something to Cole, saying, "Well, I'm glad to see you've changed your mind about continuing the fight. Go be safe upstairs."
Ooh, like you negging him?
Yeah, I would very much like him to stay. Just that kind of is a little bit of a meat shield sort of thing.
Sure.
I'd love if they all stay as meat shields, really.
Yeah, I feel like that's like almost intimidation. Because you're kind of like, you know what I mean? You're kind of like, oh, it's like a different form that we're used to. You're not being like, but you are definitely being like, oh, okay, little baby wants to go home. Right?
I have no idea if this is going to work at all.
I feel like that's more intimidation than it is deception or persuasion.
No.
But she's not persuading him. She's effectively telling him something to get a reaction out of him,
I'm
which to me
needling
is
him.
intimidation. Yeah,
They're both they're both charisma as well. So
yeah. But
And
to me,
Sal's
deception feels
terrible
a
at
little
all
bit
of
more-
them.
Yeah. Give me intimidation. I feel like
Oh,
that's the most
boy.
apt.
Nat 20.
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah, 6.
Making enemies left and right.
Yeah, I think Cole is like, I know Sal is old, but I think it's very clear that Cole is wiser in this moment, because Cole reads through what you're trying to do, and he stands up and he's like, "A true warrior knows when to take a moment for himself." And as he walks by you, he like kind of arm checks you a little bit.
With what strength?
Oh, he's
dying
like
a second ago?
he's like a 6'5", orc. He is the atypical orc, bald
The
head.
typical orc.
What did I say?
Atypical.
Sorry, he is atypical orc.
Oh,
Atypical.
Normally 7'5".
yeah, no.
If somebody
his
more
name is
persuasive
atypical.
than me would like to remind this gentleman that a moment ago he was told to give up the fight, maybe that whole status true warrior didn't really apply 5 seconds ago, kind of flip-flopping. Don't leave it up to Sal. He can't say it. But,
Do
depending on if you want to be horrible people.
Support Sal.
Support Sal.
Given.
This is what he looks like. This is his token. Just to kind of put in
jeez.
perspective. Like he's a real,
I like him.
He's a
He's a
shield
real-
of great meat.
he's a real
I-
orky orc.
I also really like Meduline. She's pretty dope.
Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Kala,
Yeah, to put
Kala
in, and this
says-
is Gabrielle Clark, and this is Nanjuna. This is her daughter.
Oh, hell
There you go. I
yeah.
like them all.
Oh,
This
nice.
is all of them.
Fucking cool party.
I go
Oh yeah,
to New
they're
York
nice
and
people. They're just dying, and they want to retreat, and you're making them feel bad.
Stay.
Like, oh, I know my limits. I better go, or I'm dead. You're like,
Fucking
I
Somebody
go
say-
to New York and I,
Stay and die usefully.
No,
I mean, technically, they're already on borrowed time. I mean, they were down here. Everyone assumes they're dead anyway.
It's true. Sal got dark for. Sal's been playing too much Dread Hunger, I think,
You're a
because
bit
you're
of a
ready to.
Schrodinger's cat to those up there, really. Are you dead? Are you alive? You're both
That's
at the moment.
right.
I mean, you could definitely take them now if you wanted to.
Sal,
Oh my
Sal
God.
is tired. Sal is tired and wants to get to the cavern, and he's not too sure he can do it
I
with
think the
everyone being
idea
as tired as they are.
is that we're going to do a long rest before we
Yeah.
do anything
Yeah.
else.
Oh yeah, I know, but still, it would be nice if they could stay there and rest. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You can all be better people. Well, I'll defer to the ethics of the group.
I like that Sal is trying to like recruit members to our party by like guilt tripping them.
Yeah.
essentially.
Not very well.
A real orc wouldn't leave
Well, it is
so
your
easily.
town. Like,
As a half orc, guess I got the brave half.
that's right.
Can you
So
imagine?
are you all collectively trying to get them to stay then?
No,
Is it
No.
just Sal?
Just
Okay,
Sal.
he's just the outlier, and okay.
You're like,
no, I,
Shadow,
I
hold me
want
back,
this hunk
hold
to
me back.
stay. I want
Yeah,
this
he's
hunk
like-
to stay.
He's like one hit dead. He's like almost
Still
gone.
one.
If you want that, sure.
Wait, the orc?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I go over to him and I feel his muscles and I'm like, does anybody warm you by the fire this night?
ooh,
That's my guy.
Give me a persuasion roll. Yeah.
Persuasion?
I mean,
All right.
you're not
Okay.
intimidating or deceiving, are
I got a
you?
+0. I got a 13.
Okay.
It's more than what I got.
she is sexy too.
She
And
is.
Hukala?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
check out my pictures.
I saw that token. I'm there going,
And the and the
Send
orc.
me nude sketches.
He's like the Jason Momoa of orcs. Look at him.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is pretty handsome.
Doesn't mean he's into female orcs though. Let's roll a coin on it.
So
Here, I'll
true.
flip it. 50-50.
All right, okay. Can I pick?
Not that it's that binary, but we'll do it right. Just to make it interesting. Oh no. He's not. He just looks at you and he's like, hopefully you'll find someone to warm you. And then he like winks at Garrus.
Aw.
Garrus, you want to get in on this, buddy?
Garrus, you can't see it because Garrus is red, but he'll be like, "Ooh,
Blushing.
you're a strapping lad, aren't you? I have to go."
I like
great.
it. Yeah, no, he's an excitedly openly gay orc, and I think
They
that's-
would look good together. Green.
They
and
really
red.
would actually.
Look at
I'm
that.
into this.
Oh, actually, that would be nice. Very
I have
festive.
horns, you have tusks. You know, there's some way we can work that in.
There's definitely a way that those two can. The clinking of our tusks, the clanking of my tusks and your horns will echo in the room tonight.
I would
No, but I
just,
think he is.
you know,
I think he very kindly is like not interested, and your persuasion was successful, so he'll stay, but not in a sexual way. He's not interested, but he might be like, "All right, fair enough. They'll need it, so he'll stay, I guess."
yeah.
I know we're all gonna.
Yeah,
do a
no,
long rest.
I honestly don't care anymore because I was into him, and if he's not into me, I
Oh,
don't
so
care
now
if
you're
he stays
feeling
or not.
Fine.
rejected.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't trying to make him stay because I wanted him to recruit to the party. I just thought he was hot. Like that. Was,
Oh, Okay,
it.
so
Like it was-
you succeed. If you don't want him to stay, he'll just
No,
kindly.
no,
maybe
he's
he'll
not
maybe he'll
into
be
me.
cool about it though. He'll kind of be like, "When you're done, feel free to join me at the tavern as a friend." And maybe you know, he says to Garrus. He's not actually into Garrus.
Is he the only one that's like close to death?
Well, they're all
He's
close to
definitely
death.
he's the one close to
Closest.
death. Gabrielle seems to be spent. You don't know if she's almost dead, but she definitely seems. Najuna seems sort of not too bad. But
If-
Meduline,
if-
you know, is totally spent on spells as well.
But didn't
Alright,
you
well-
say we're gonna long rest anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
he seems
so-
the worst off, I'll use my last spell. So I'll be like, for the walk back up, and I'll cast Cure Wounds on him.
All right.
Nice.
Can I
He
click the
appreciates that.
button?
Can you
click
at
that.
least make it happen in a way where he's less inclined to set off explosives before we're out?
I already told you I was only doing that as a way to. Yeah, they don't do it. They give you the dynamite back. They're like, here you
Sweet.
go.
Yeah, now we have to fucking seal up 2 holes. I've got some
More work,
holes to seal
more
when I
work.
get back up there. Sorry.
He's like, maybe we'll see.
I'm so happy. This is great.
Wow.
Perfect.
Kay is
So,
bringing people together.
so he leaves. Gabrielle leaves with him. You know, you can tell that Meduline and Naduna, you know, have that middle ground difficulty, but I think they leave unless anyone says anything otherwise.
And it seems like they've done their part, and it's kind of go down, we seal, we go home.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. And they leave. And the 4 of you remain in this small room, all exhausted. You have been up for quite a while and fought quite a battle. Do you rest?
Well, we came all the way down here in a rush. We may as well keep going.
That's what I want to hear.
I don't know,
Oh
man.
my god.
We're so
Sal,
spent.
you walk down the stairs to the basement. And as the dagger sings across the room and into your eye, you die. Everyone else is
Yay!
fine.
Consequences of my actions.
Oh.
Are you guys going to rest?
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I wouldn't let
I
Sal go
think
down.
so.
No, I'm just...
I wouldn't let Sal leave.
Perfect. You all take a long rest. How do you sort of, you know, this is a smallish room. I did make a map for this section, but then I was like, well, what's the point? It's like one bloody section, so I'm not going to bother exporting it. But now I kind of feel like I should have. But either way, it's just a small room. And I'm wondering what you do. Do you, I mean, obviously you don't create a fire because this is a small enclosed space underground. But why don't you guys tell me what each of you do? This is one of your most successful days in battle, and I think at least one of you have gone down in the past few hours.
I feel like because we are basically in enemy territory right now, we're gonna have to set a watch so that we make sure that nothing dark and crawly comes up out of the depths for us while we're sleeping, right?
Sal can go first, only because he does still have some energy compared to everybody else. So I can help with that.
I stay up with Sal.
He also needs some time to soothe his wounded ego. He's not a very charming person at the best of times. He'll try, but
I stay
So
up
he
with
gets to
Sal, but
try
I
to
don't
be
talk to
extroverted.
him at all.
in a nice, friendly way, or in a
Yeah.
Get away from me.
Exactly.
Pleasant shared silence.
Just like exactly.
Why is Sal's ego wounded?
Because he tried to be sneaky and keep people to help us not die, and was trying to contribute to the group, and it just rejected.
Your negging didn't work.
My negging didn't work. Who knew?
Hey,
that
baby,
trying
you
to be a
suck. Come
pickup
home with
artist
me.
didn't
No.
pick up
Oh.
people.
I feel dejected.
Man.
I do envision Sal like really looking at this gemstone that he got too. Maybe, you know, like maybe you mentioned wanting to spend some time really investigating it.
Can he see the actual? Because I know if he's in a dark room right now, and I'm assuming the colors wouldn't stand out in this.
No, they wouldn't stand it as much, but you can still, you know, look at it in black and white.
Can I ask if it's polished in a certain way, or if it's cut in a certain way that might tell something about, you know, is it just like a standard like jewel shape?
Great question. Why don't you give me a roll?
Am I doing just a
Gemologist,
roll in
of
general?
course.
Or?
Yeah, use your gemstoneologist roll. No, history maybe? I think history would make the more sense.
All right. I will do a history roll. Oh, 21, sir.
Whoa! You know this. You know this to be an Erosia cut. This is one of the most rare permutations of a gem of this magnitude. This sort of pinkish moss gemstone, as we talked about, cut in the Erosia pattern, is something that you've only been able to deduce through context clues as you look at it. You're like, well, it's not this, it's not this, it's not this. So it must be this, which is, from what you heard, are some of the most meaningful and powerful depictions on this continent of Asoria. This is something that you've heard only legend of the Asoria cut. These were gems meant to be given to kings and queens, inlaid on their thrones and displayed in gorgeous, chandeliers, almost like pedestals. These things would be displayed on. This is more valuable than you've even expected earlier.
Do I know from holding this if this is something that can be ground up?
I mean, yeah, sure, if you wanted to.
Okay.
But you would, let me give you this, but you would know, even considering grinding this up would be an affront to everything that you believe in. That's like being like, would this steak taste better blended? You know, it's like I have this Wagyu beef, and I'm gonna grind it up and put it in a not even a hamburger,
Taco Bell taco. In a bit of a pickle, because as lovely as this is, he came here to find something for all four of his friends back home. He can't be seen favoring one over the other. So unless this jewel cuts four ways, he's very limited in what he can actually personally do with it.
Or you could just find three more.
Are there three more?
What do you mean? I don't know. You have to find.
Yeah, okay. I thought this was like a one in like this is from an ancient land and only one.
He did soup it up, yeah, pretty.
I didn't say it was the only one though. I said the Erosia cut.
No, he did not.
Meaning to imply that if I didn't say this was like the only. I mean, fair enough. I totally get where you're coming from. I'm not trying to undercut
Sal
that.
only accepts treasures in fours. And
actually, you know what? Maybe you don't know, because I would love to see what would
trash.
happen. Are you gonna grind up this like super rare gem, or?
His plan, right? If he doesn't know, and maybe I could roll to see if he does, but if he doesn't know, his plan is to go back home with this at some point, assuming it's the best thing he finds.
Yeah.
And crack it into quarters.
I would love to see the face of the long dead dwarf from heaven see you do that. Like,
the fucking
This seems
gem
fair.
from Titanic,
Yeah.
like the heart
Yeah.
of the
Real.
sea or whatever, and being like, ting, ting.
yeah. It's like,
It's gonna
but
be
now
like
it's not.
style when she breaks
Now
the
the
jar
thing
into
that it's
15
valuable
pieces.
for is not the thing it's anymore. It's not anything now.
Irrelevant.
Because like you would be destroying the moss. And actually, you know what? Do you know what, Sal? You do Sal. I'm excited. It's great.
So you're trying to
could I
break it
anyway-
into 4 pieces? Is that what you're trying to do?
I think
If I had a history of 21, would I know if it's possible to find more, or if this is like I will never luck into something like this again? It's that unlikely.
That's a great question. So finding this is already the thing of legend. This is sort of akin to finding a magical weapon, you know, not a named magical weapon, but like a magical weapon. It's pretty rare. I don't know how often everyone plays D&D regularly to sort of make that, you know,
Well,
make
this
sense.
is very rare, right?
Yeah, what I mean to say is like, if you found a +2 sword of something or other, it's about that level of rareness.
Okay.
So
Oh, yeah.
I'm
it's
doing
a
the
very
dumb and dumb.
valuable
I
gem.
think that is very rare, right?
Once every
Dumb and Dumber
30
gift
or
of-
40
so you're
sessions.
telling me there's a chance. That kind of
There
thing.
is
right?
absolutely a
Item.
chance.
Okay.
But more importantly, and here is the second part of this answer, if you go out to find magic weapons, you will find them much more likely than if you're just stumbling upon. So you stumbled upon this. You didn't go out seeking this specific gem. There are not only droves of spells that will allow you to seek out specific objects when you try to locate them, but also you can just start asking around and being like, I'm looking for this thing. Are there more of them? You know what I mean? So you stumbled upon it. Yes, very rare. Seeking it out, no, not so much. You can find anything if you're trying.
All right. This is good. This is progress. We have a plan.
Yeah, all this conversation's happening in your like Sal and another voice, just like
There's a
An
whole
angel and a
balance.
demon.
the angel. Which am I?
You're both.
And G-Man.
Yeah, you kind of both. His
Angina.
hammer in hand is a twitching, but he'll
Angemon.
pull it off.
Angemon. Angemon, go! Form of Steam. I never watched Digimon. Anyway,
didn't
The
go like
Wonder
that.
Twins.
the Wonder Twins. I don't know.
Forma.
Meanwhile, Kala, you're on watch too. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just hanging out with Inkfoot and playing with him and probably feeding him, giving him like dried pieces of ration and then like also maybe probably using some of that Asora moss to make some tea or just mix it with some of the twig tea. And
Would
you
the
want some?
smell get to anyone? I would assume you can't really brew it in the sense that we don't have a fire. We probably can't start a fire.
Do like a cold brew.
Cold brew.
Cold brew tea.
You've had it just in your bag the whole time, just like resting.
Oh, just like
Why was your pocket so wet? We're not going to ask. I retract that question immediately.
gross.
Okay, so yeah, that's I'm making tea. You want some tea? I presume I can make a little fire, right? The ground is it stone everywhere where you are?
I mean, yeah, you can. Yeah, sure, go for it. We're not going to worry too much
Yeah.
about the logistics, but realistically,
windows or
if you're in an enclosed space underground, it's not
Oh,
ideal.
okay.
But
okay,
D&D,
so
but-
we're still underground.
No.
Because I could just
D&D.
can I just go upstairs? You know.
sure.
Someone
Yeah,
needs
you
to
can
watch
go
the other
upstairs.
side in case they come in through the safe hole.
If you want, you can put some like of your twigs on the ground, and I can hellish rebuke them to flame. I think it would be really overkill.
I can use
could
mold
you-
earth to dig a little
Would you
fire
mind?
pit.
Would you mind? I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind.
just before he goes to sleep, before Gareth say, "You want a
All right, no. Clearly, I'm not making tea. It's okay. So she says, and she.
No.
she hangs out
I
with
changed
Bigfoot.
my mind. I said if you want to, we're not going to worry about like logistics of a fire.
Yeah,
I
no,
was-
it doesn't
Go
make
for it.
sense. I apologize.
No.
So-
I'm saying I was wrong because at the end of the day, we're fucking playing D&D. It sounds fun to have a fire.
we
underground.
surely have
Let's do it.
flint on
I'm
our
gonna make a
person."
fire.
Yeah.
I made a
My
little-
reasoning was more like,
I made
well,
a
you don't want
candle.
smoke in an enclosed
It was-
small
it
space.
was a
'cause-
candle.
We're like, yes, we do.
Perfect. Yeah.
No, it's a
love inhaling
candle, and it has. I put the
Yeah,
thing
you
on
have
it,
like a
and
little-
it just has to sit for.
Yeah.
A candle will do it. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Out of D&D, you can
Eventually.
fry an egg in a Coke can and add a little nightlight.
Yes,
Absolutely
you can.
I've done it many times.
Really?
Yeah.
So there you go. There's a way. We're all finding ways.
No one was
Great job,
arguing there's
guys.
not a way. I was only saying that if you're making like a smoke pluming fire in a small space, you're going to just die. So
Yeah, clearly.
immediately when you clarified and you were like, oh, it's a candle, then my point is invalid, A. And B, I also said, fuck my original point anyway, because it's D&D and who gives a shit? Like, let's just have fun. So
Okay.
whatever you guys want to do in terms of fire, candle or bon, I am happy.
Candle or bond.
Hey, guys!
Flame
I
throw.
started tea!
Before
Oh,
he goes
yeah,
to sleep.
I love Castaway.
Just a
How
pyre.
good is Castaway, by the way?
That's great.
God, it was good.
Such a good movie.
Let's rewatch that sometime.
Hold on, what?
I said it was good.
Oh, good.
What did you hear?
I think
What did you hear?
I saw this, and I was like,
I like Tom.
It was an
Hanks.
appreciative head shake of yeah, it's good.
great
It was
movie.
yeah. Make a figure 8 of appreciation because it gets an 8 out
Oh.
of 7. That's how good it is.
8 out of 7 is good. Good score. I like it.
I wonder if Wilson actually paid money, like the basketball company.
They better.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I like
Wouldn't say,
Castaway.
Spalding! Wouldn't
So
have said-
our shift, I think, would end
Yeah.
with Sal having a more of an intact plan for this gem, and Kala having
Which is?
herself some tea. which is to hopefully find more to spare the integrity of this one. And not, make some gnomes roll over the grave.
I mean, Sal's also not a gem artisan. So, like, it could actually be funny if he's like, oh no, I want to cut this gem up into 4. Because I would love for some actual artisan to be like, hold on, what? Because it might be a moment of, Sal is a loving person for their friends, and they just want to do what's best,
One of his friends is an alchemist, and I feel like that would be the closest to just taking a personal offense and horror.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they would be really upset by it probably.
Yeah.
But that's okay. But there's something sweet and innocent in Sal being like, I cut up the gem for everybody.
He's trying. Slice of the pie for all of you.
I made it.
Yeah.
Like a little
For
baby,
real.
King Solomon. Baby for everyone.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Cut the baby in half. Everyone gets a piece of it.
Is there a part
No
of Sal
longer
that
alive.
kind of
Baby
wants to break it
Solomon.
apart for the moss as well, so you can have the moss out of it?
No. And that's
God,
because I
could you
think
see-
he looks at it as the whole idea of this is what it is. He doesn't want to change it. He just wants to bring it back.
But how funny would that be? Sal, like an egg, just going like, tick, 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 like taking the moss out, tossing the priceless gem away, and just being like, moss identical to the moss on the door of this temple.
Shell's the best part.
But older, maybe. Cool. So yeah, you two head to bed as Brea and Garrus, I suppose, take second watch. What do you two do during watch?
Brea's missing body parts have grown back in the night.
Nice.
So the hanks of hair and fingernails and teeth and stuff are all back, shiny new.
Are they shiny and new?
No, they're kind of gross and weird.
Because that'd be kind of
colored.
awesome, though, right?
I mean, I think like the piece of like the big like hank of hair that she pulled out is kind of a slightly different color.
Yeah.
It's like a lighter blue or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe they're like a little bit pinker, newer looking.
I was gonna say, like, your hands are all dirty.
Yeah.
It's like a
but
little
your
tooth.
pink is like perfectly pink and tiny, like a little
Yeah.
tinier, just like a little baby pinky.
I
And
did want to
she-
ask you about that quickly. Like when she's taking out teeth, for example, is it like a healthy tooth that just instantly rots, or is it a healthy tooth coming out, or is it a rotting tooth being removed?
Well, all of
Good
her is
question.
she doesn't look like diseased or sick or anything, but like her extremities I feel like are like darker than her face, for instance. Like it looks like she's like aging somehow.
Something
She's
she's
got
off.
frostbite.
Yeah, kind of.
She's got frostbite in parts of. That's
When
how I
she
picture
pulls
it.
out her tooth, it's like, you know how you have to like fuck around with it in order to pull it out when you're a kid?
Yeah.
Like you do have to go for it, but it's not like she has to take a hammer and knock out like
It's
a
just
good
got more
healthy
give,
tooth.
maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just falls out.
Yeah, but also it's not like it's like rotting and diseased. It just like it just comes out.
You can
Falls out.
eat and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I only get to pull out like one or two or three of them a day. So
I just need to fine tune my nightmares. So thank you.
she's regrowing all those pieces when she sleeps, and after she gets up and Kala and Sal are in bed, I think she is maybe honing her arrowheads or something. She's like doing some fine work with her arrows.
What are her arrows? I mean, obviously you have this real hag like sort of spin on your character. Is she like?
Be cool if they were bone arrowheads.
Yeah, I'm
probably.
picturing like bone, or may even like, you know how like teeth can be real sharp at the end, like pulling them out and like I like fastening with hair. Like, is there kind of a cool like way you incorporate some of your?
I don't know if she fashions arrows from herself, but probably from scavenged monsters that they kill. It's too bad that all of these like fey creatures just dissolved into dust, because those could have potentially yielded some really cool monster parts.
But maybe you have like a handful of the twig blight needles,
For sure.
like the thicker ones. The small twig blight made tea, but the big ones, the big needles are almost thick enough to make, like arrowheads.
Fletching or whatever out of. So yeah, she's doing that. I think she's casting really wary glances at the dark, yawning, cavernous opening down to the lower floor that she's, anxiously guarding. She's a little paranoid. She hears something. And she turns to Garrus. She's like, I was team hole up there, and I know that you were team door, and I respect that.
Yes.
I think we should have really spent a little bit of time talking out between the two teams and coming up with a strategy. And I see that now. And I acknowledge that you and Sal are older and more experienced than Kala and I. So maybe Team Hole should have been with Team Door. But I think whatever we do, we need to be careful down there because I don't want to fucking die.
I fully agree. I think we should have been Team Holdor. Like you said, like we will stay as a team and go somewhere as a team of 4. I mean, split up, we're twice as vulnerable, aren't we? Because we've got less, people around us to help us out if we get in a bit of a pinch. And let's face it, we've been in pinches since we met each other. So I'd love to stick together, fight whatever's down there, or if necessary, avoid fighting whatever's down there, seal that shit up and get the hell out of here.
And I don't mind doing some scouting ahead, being stealthy and giving us some more information, but as long as that's what the team decides is important. I don't want to get knocked unconscious again. It's not fun.
No, it certainly is not. Yeah, you're the best at scouting. I think we need scouts. That's another thing. Like, splitting the team in half is different from scouting. I think you've got the right idea there. And he'll start, like, kind of just rambling. And then I'm going to get back on patrol. And he'll just start, like, patrolling the whole area, kind of mumbling to himself as if to be, like, to make sure he remembers the procedures he has to go through. So, okay, check this point here. Make sure that's okay. Is there anything come over there? And he'll just start patrolling the whole area.
Cool.
As a paladin, do you have specific like religious ceremonies that you do, or?
I don't think I do yet. Let me check. But yeah, I think eventually I will, because I have an oath that I took, and I think it was the protection oath. And so that's the main thing he's going to be doing now. What is this? Oh yeah, I'm a haunted one. Let me see.
What is this?
Yeah.
What is this?
I think he took an oath at a 3rd level. I'm trying to remember what it was. Sacred Oath. Oath of Redemption. Yeah. So he won't be doing necessarily paladin spells right now or paladin ceremony thingies. It's like a holdover from his time as a soldier. And he'll be like, almost like he's talking to someone else, just like, yes, back in the good old days we did this, yes. And then just going through all in his head, his little checklist. Cool. But before he goes off, he'll be like, Bray, you're looking mended, I must say. Pink and new growths of skin or something. Is it a feature of your powers?
Yeah. When I expend my body, it comes back, so.
That's fantastic. I'd love to do that myself.
Part of the game, I guess.
Cool. So you all wake up well rested, more or less, 8 hours. You have your spell slots back. You have your recharges.
Yeah.
You have all of that fun stuff.
Cool.
I'm going to use so many cantrips.
You got so much. You have the same amount of cantrips.
I'm gonna stop blasting.
Guys, I got
So
all my
many
cantrips
cantrips.
back. Yeah. So you exit.
I think if we do wake up just before we
If you wake up.
if the
Nothing's
group
ever certain.
deigns to allow it to happen, I think one of the first things Sal's going to say is, once we leave, I have an announcement to make regarding these gems. I think he's going to hold it up.
Did you want to just make the announcement now, Sal? I mean, and we're just like having breakfast.
Oh yes.
Are you two becoming mates?
Is he looking at the gem when he says that? Like, I'm assuming it's still up.
When Colin says that.
I would like to start a family. Yes.
With this gem.
Family jewels.
Some little muslings.
Oh, that actually works. I love that one. Those are both perfect. I think what he would like to do is just give a quick explanation of just the bit of the plan he made last night of wanting to bring these back home and not wanting to necessarily destroy the one he has if he can find more, very much having that as a backup plan. But I think he's going to have to ask them as we journey through this land. I hope I can count on all of you to keep an eye out for anything close to this. And I think he's going to look a little bit at Brea, asking her for this a little bit more, just because she seems like the type who might know or might spy more opportunities to acquire these.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I suppose if that's your cut of the loot that we find.
Yeah, do you tell them how valuable this thing is?
I don't think he'll say, because to him, I think the fact that he wants it and that he's going to be bringing it home is already, right now, the height of his value for it.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't really care for the monetary value himself, and that's not going to show, but he does very, very much want this. But you've also heard him talk a lot about bringing things back home. So if there's something else that's in first place, something else is in first place.
I mean, the three of you see Sal standing there with one of the most gorgeous gems you've ever seen. And Sal's like, we're all fine if I take this home, right?
And any others that we get.
Like, I want to stress that none of you have ever seen wealth of the magnitude of what Sal is claiming ownership of in his hand. It's literally like 4 people with nothing to their name finding a diamond and one person being like, I think I'll keep that, and
you can't
just
split
want to
it
make
four
it
ways.
clear.
You can't split it 4 ways.
We've established that we can't cut it in half. So
I mean, I'm only letting you know, if you're fine with that, there is a tremendous value associated with this thing that you're giving away, which is fine.
And I don't think he'll necessarily hide it. So if the others did want to take a good look at this and make their own assessment of the value,
My precious.
Then Sal leaps on you and eats your face.
maybe you're right,
might.
Sal. Maybe this is a conversation for after we all come out alive or not.
let's all hope that that works in our favor then.
Right. And
Great,
like
should we
the
press
wheels
on?
are turning in Brea's head now. Like, are these people gonna try to fuck me over?
I mean, the 4 of you don't know each other. You've all come here for very different reasons. Some of you want to return home. Some of you don't.
Doesn't mean I want to be poor.
Well,
That's true.
I mean, in a mechanical sense, you guys found this in a chest. That's all.
Could I at all see if Brea's gears are turning towards the snagging the Julie direction? Just because the first thing that happened when we found that map back on that ship was Brea got it for us, which was great. It was wonderful for the team. That's why we're here right now. But this is for him. And I don't know if he would feel a little bit suspicious or if he would just notice something and that would lead him to be a bit more guarded.
It's a great
Or if
question.
there's anything at all.
Brea, I don't know. That's your
You
call.
can roll to see.
All right, I'll take a look.
Contested roll? What are you going to roll? Insight, Brea?
This is something that he would like to look at, so he would actively.
Cool. So insight versus
Versus deception, I
deception.
presume. Yeah.
I have a 20.
Ooh.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh.
So that's a 10.
Natural 1. Man.
Yeah, you can
only
tell.
got a 10?
Yeah, I have a plus. No, sorry, that was a 7. I have a plus
Is that
6.
the
to
Pink
my-
Panther
okay.
diamond?
Yeah, you can tell that it's poorly disguised on Brea's face that she feels like this was an unfair call, something that was maybe made in the heat of battle while we were busy running from room to room. Not that she wants to steal it from you necessarily, but she's harboring a little bit of ill will towards you, assuming that you deserve that over everyone else. There's a little bit of hostility there.
So you pick up on this, Sal.
Yeah.
Do you say anything? Do you hide it?
I think he'll say again to Brea, conversation for when we survive. Later.
Yes,
And then he'll
precisely.
just he'll overtly put it in a pocket of his to show that it's where it is. He's not trying to hide it or anything, but he's just going to put it away for now.
Okay.
And Garrus and Kala, you're sort of. I feel like Kala's checked out. She doesn't really care.
Yeah.
Does she?
No, she doesn't care about the diamond.
Yeah. What about Garrus?
She just assumed it was gonna be like an offering for like a mating ritual of some sort, you know, like. But, you know, like a marriage ritual rather. But
What's the
you know,
difference?
That was all. You know.
And Garrus?
Garrus, like, doesn't feel any ill will because he knows, I think, he has in his head a value because he found it and was like, oh, it's probably worth quite a lot. But then Sal was just like, pretty, come on, give it to me. Not like, but it's like, okay, Sal would like this, so Garrus gives it to him, but not really too worried about.
All right. So this is
Would like
this is
things
a
to be
standoff
fair.
between the old orc and the young hex, and they're sort of like staring at each other across the room.
Oh, I'm
as-
trying my best not to make this a big deal, but
no, for
Sal
sure.
clearly understands.
But there's like
more
a
than I'm trying to let on.
there's a tumbleweed rolling between the two of you.
Yeah.
Wee wee.
The one thing to survive is that damn cricket in the corner.
Anyway.
I get the cricket.
Oh.
And I eat it.
So you head down stairs, I presume. How do
Yeah,
you do
let's
so?
go. Ooh. Okay, so speaking of team door, team hole.
Oh, yeah.
What's our stratagem?
Well, you mentioned last night, Bray, about scouting ahead, if you're still game for that. See what
Give
everyone
me
else
the
thinks.
dynamite.
That's a very cavalier attitude to have about dynamite.
Who has it right now? Do I have it?
I don't.
I think
It's just
I
on a
think they
bag
just
in the
gave
middle of
it
the floor.
to you, somebody. No one.
Oh,
was
I was sleeping on it this whole time.
Oh, keeping it safe.
like
Thank you.
smashing
As
the
a
pillow,
pillow.
trying to get it comfy. Like,
The most important thing about dynamite is to keep it warm.
So we are meant to go through some travail, some dungeon crawling, etc., come to a hole eventually, and then blow it up with the dynamite. It's not like just downstairs, right? They presumably would have known where it was to have brought dynamite with them to blow
But it
it
seemed
close.
like it was
correct,
downstairs.
but you didn't get any information other than what was said.
Cool. All right.
I'm
I can't
hoping
give
that we
you
can
more
find it.
information now. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's give Kala the dynamite then. Sure.
Yeah.
She
She
seems
starts
excited
stretching.
about it.
She starts stretching. Like she does some leg stretches and
Okay.
she gets ready. She gets ready
Dynamite
to run if
stretches.
she has to.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Just in case, like, if I can bound ahead and get to the hole and blow it before
In like the two
anything else
towers, that like guy who's got the fucking
Yeah.
The Olympic
yeah.
torch.
That guy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool.
Precisely. If I get an opportunity, I'm gonna, gun it and try to
Maybe
save
I'll-
us some spawns.
Maybe I'll stealth down the stairs and just take a look in the darkness. To
Oh
see
yeah,
if
yeah.
there's
By all
anything-
means, scout. I'll
Sure,
be the
give me
running
a-
back. That's all.
Give me
Cool.
a stealth roll
Okay.
or a skulk roll.
Natural 20.
Whoa!
7.
Wow.
That's a good one to get a
Disappears in
natural
front of
20
us.
on.
You are silent as an old fart. And as you get downstairs, you see that, as far as you can tell, the passageway goes straight and then sharply to your right. But it seems to be clear. Do you bring the others down?
No, I'm going to keep stealthing just a little while.
Well, then I'm going to have to drop you on a map by yourself.
Okay.
Okay. It's going to be difficult to bring them on after. So we'll figure this out. Here we go.
Loading.
Loading.
Was that the loading music?
You can just put us all on and we'll, like, cover our eyes or something.
Yeah.
No, because if she gets in trouble, you're
I
going to
can
have to
see
run.
his screen.
Oh.
You're at a very different place right now, which you're going to have to
Oh,
spend
okay.
about 2 turns to get down to her.
So I have 60 feet of dark vision. I don't know if there's a way that you can
Right.
change that.
Yeah, let me see if I can. Vision, dim vision 60. Let's see if this works. Hey!
Oh, very nice.
Oh, well, that didn't work. I forgot to block out any of the corners.
I'm not looking at that part.
Oops!
Yet. There. I can't. No one can see it yet.
Oh, shit.
So I'm looking and I see this like passage that heads to the right.
Yes.
And I'm going to continue stealthing through the darkness with my bow drawn.
Yes.
And I'm going to move quietly and slowly.
Yes.
Do it.
And I'm going to do it.
And do it.
Do it. Move quietly and stealthy.
And I think we've devised like maybe like a little
Like a bird
signal
call
that
or
I
something.
could do. Yeah.
Whippoorwill, whippoorwill.
That just means like,
Look up here, look up here.
yeah, come down here, come down here.
All right, we'll figure this out. And just putting the basics now, real quick. Because
Yep.
I forgot about walls.
Sing a song about it.
I forgot about walls.
Walls.
Gary, you know my wall song. You know my wall song better than I
love
know.
your wall song.
I love your wall song.
It's my favorite of all the wall songs.
You know me so well. You're like Mark
Because
Wahlberg.
after all, it's a see-through wall.
Ooh,
You like that?
I like that.
That was
Thank
good. That
you.
was well
Can I have
done.
Inspiration.
Inspiration.
No.
Just
yeah,
saying.
give her inspiration. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oops, wrong one.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I also remember the name of an NPC that you didn't even remember, and you're like, "Oh,
That's
what?
true.
Yeah,
True.
it's Emmy's mom for sure." And I was
Who,
like,
me?
"Inspiration,
Inspiration.
please," and you were like, "Fuck no."
Yeah, I do
How
say.
dare
fuck
you
no
pay
a lot.
attention?
That's right.
How
It's
dare
the opposite of
you.
inspiration.
I'm the opposite of
No,
What's
I
the-
am.
what-
I get it.
What's the opposite of inspiration? That's get.
Inspiration.
Negation.
That's right.
Negspiration.
Are we good? Can I?
Almost.
Okay.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I think this is going really well.
What other wall songs do people know?
Oh, here's a wall. Oh, shield wall.
I like that there's something being set up around this gem thing. Like that makes me happy because I feel
It's
like
treasure,
there's a
right?
lot with that. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
is treasure.
trash.
It sounds like
Yeah,
the
I mean,
movies-
I'm not
just
trying to
there.
poop on anyone's poop hole. All I'm saying is,
Oh,
I equated a certain amount of treasure for you guys to buy gear and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, how much will they need to buy new armor and da 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 da? And then I give that to you guys in a matter of different ways. And then someone's
Yeah.
like, I'll take this part of it. I just want you guys to know that that's totally fine. But then you're not going to be, you might not be able to get, you know, the gear that you want. So
And that's fair. I love that that's put in there because that is a choice that has to then be made.
exactly. All right, there. I think, how do I reset this fog of war? There we go.
And disputed. Ooh.
I think mostly that should be fine now. All right.
yeah.
We'll figure it out. All right. Unpaused.
Rock
Shout
and
out to Foundry for some quick, easy walls to make.
roll. Yay, Foundry. All right, I'm gonna stealth forward.
Yeah.
Chow choo cha choo cha choo cha.
Oh, that's good.
Choo cha choo cha choo cha choo.
Yeah. You see down into the dark underbelly of this temple. There doesn't seem to be any movement at the moment. But because I've messed up, I've moved a number of characters.
Oh. Blink, blonk, blink, blonk.
All right. Give me another stealth roll.
I will. All right, that's an 18.
18. Very good.
That's great.
But not as good as my natural 12. Just kidding, it's better. Yeah, you're good. You see immediately at the end of your vision this large, explosive hole in the wall. You see rubble and blood littering the floor below you, and the smell of dynamite still lingers in the air. That sort of nitroglycerin smell that we all know so well. This seems to be where the first explosion was.
And that's where we need to plug. the
Well,
hole.
perhaps. Why don't you give me a perception roll?
I will. 17.
You give a good look over this hole, and as much as this would be a point, you realize there's no way that you could successfully seal this without just maybe bringing down the entire building, which would trap you in here. It's far too risky. To seal this hole proper, you're going to have to move in and breach it from somewhere within. I.e., if this is a tunnel system that branches off from this area, closing it down on a tunnel farther away would be far more successful than being able to do one there.
Okay.
Whatever structural instability has happened from that first explosion will not give you the time to escape this place alive should you blow it there. And that is a fact.
Rock and roll.
No, rock and boulders.
Ooh, good one.
No, it wasn't. Don't do that.
No.
I just wanted to take a couple more steps forward, and then I'm going to go back up and tell my friend knows
Perfect.
what's up.
Oh,
Dun,
famous last
dun,
words.
Dun, dun.
All right. I've seen enough. That's as far as I'm going to go. What
Yeah.
What are
What is
these?
that?
Are these pillars?
Those are pillars.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see 2 gray stone pillars around the wall. There seems like there could be more in the belly of this place, but you don't see that far because you only have 60 feet of dark vision.
Yep. I'm going to run back up stealthily, super stealth, and go get my friends.
Cool.
And I'm going to let them know. So there is a corridor that heads straight and to the right. And then on the left-hand side of the wall, there's an explosion. Now, Kala, from what I can tell, if we put the charges down there, we will kill ourselves and bring the building down on us all. I'm not here to be a martyr. So if that's something that needs to be done, I would very much like a little bit of notice, please, so I can get the hell out of here. However, I think it's possible if we make our way through to a deeper tunnel, we can find a choke point that's more amenable to being destroyed. Are we in agreement?
I agree.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Now, I didn't see anyone down here, but it doesn't mean that we'll be alone. So, cautiously now. And we all stealth down into the darkness.
Oh, we will all try to stealth down into the darkness.
Yeah, I mean,
We don't stealth anywhere.
Do or do not. There is no trouble.
That's true. That is functionally how it works.
Discretion
do
is
love-
indeed the better part of valor. Well
That's true.
said.
That is very true. I hope
Also, it's Gwen's birthday today. I believe.
Yesterday.
Happy birthday. Oh, yesterday. Shit. Happy birthday,
belated
Gwen.
birthday.
Listen to that uproarious applause. All my days have blended
Yes.
since Extra Life.
Yeah.
yes.
I do like that Sal ended up in front because, again, this is where he wanted to go. He very much wanted to see what was in the caverns. So, enthusiasm.
Jazz hands. All right. Let's roll for initiative before Kala starts moving, just so we can keep everyone over.
Classic Callum.
You lock her down. Oh! Enthusiasm is reflected.
12.
12.
16.
Nice.
Kala got a twee.
Aww. 10 for Jojo.
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 Mojo Jojo.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Oh gosh, I'm using 2 different name sets. It's always a bad idea.
It's
Let's
like
just go.
Kala,
Yeah.
Joe, Garrus,
Yeah.
and Erica.
Okay, so top of the round, Sal.
All right. Now, he's going to
Characters
start
and
moving
girls.
forward. But as he goes forward, I'd like him to sort of say over to Brad, now, blood. You mentioned blood. Where was the blood exactly?
just there, just around the corner and straight through.
All right. 6. Can he see it? He can't see it.
Is
I
your
think
dark
we all
vision
have 60 feet.
Yeah,
It
I can
is,
adjust.
yes.
I'll adjust everyone's dark vision. It was my mistake. I honestly didn't realize you could do it. So,
Hell yeah.
bam.
Oh.
There you go.
Found it.
There's the blood.
There's my line.
I'm assuming everybody else. He's pretty excited. I think he's gonna move twice.
Don't move twice. It's all right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Who was that?
That's her countdown.
I knew there was something.
Yeah.
Can he actually see this, or is he still too far around the corner? Why is it always me?
Yeah, no,
how
you can
stealthy
see
you
it.
were being.
You can see it, and this thing snaps eyes towards you, and it sees you immediately.
Oh boy.
So, what would you like to do for the rest of your turn?
I would like to freeze.
Yeah.
Do you have extra movement?
Stop.
You can move
Collaborate
back.
and listen.
No, I think that was exactly my movement.
Perfect. Well, that's great. That makes me really happy.
I don't believe I have a bonus that I feel like using right now.
I don't think so.
Remember the dark balls, guys.
Yeah,
We
remember
gotta
the dark balls.
deal with the
everyone.
dark balls.
Get your dark balls ready.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's see where we slot it in. Anyway.
I feel like Garrus would have come up with a really smart way to deal with the dark balls, right, Garrus?
Oh yeah, he's got a cracker of a plan, and he'll tell you all about it at some point.
Well, I'm happy to report that this creature immediately spins on its heels and sees you, Sal, and with a bloody grimace, lets out a call, almost like a hiss in Sylvan. However, it is not its turn. It is Garrus's turn.
Do I hear that noise?
Oh, you definitely do. It echoes through the under halls of this dark ball.
Garrus will say, well, that sounds like it came from
that's
where
good.
Sal is. So that's where I'm going to be going.
That almost sounded southern. Well,
That's
that
where I'm
sounded
gonna
like
go.
coming from where Sal is.
He did mention that he found the blood.
5, 10.
Found the blood. About to make more.
I'll get to 6. I can do 6, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll get there. And then, can I get down to Sal?
You can get down tonight. Get down tonight.
Oh yeah, 20, 25. Yeah, I can. Sal, what was that?
Fortunately, not the last thing we'll hear.
Oh shit!
With any
okay.
luck.
Weapons out then, and he'll like
Weapons
take
out!
his sword
Weapons
and
out,
shield and be like,
everyone!
Let's weapons out, everyone! It's another one of these ones.
It's a Tuesday.
I already have disadvantage on stealth, so it's just like I'm making so much fucking noise anyway. It doesn't matter. Weapons, come on!
Brea, it is your turn.
Great.
You technically have cover if you want to hide.
That's 30 feet for me.
Yeah.
That's another 30 feet. So that's my action and my move. And I'm going to hide behind this little outcropping as a bonus action.
Cool.
Ooh, nice.
Not great with a 12 to hide.
Oh, no. Yeah, okay. Perfect. And before, unfortunately, your friend can move, you hear the pitter-patter of little feet.
Man.
They're like little leprechauns.
Oh, we know them.
That dude's the worst, though. This fool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
I'm not a fan. I'm definitely not a fan of that.
Oh,
But wait, there's more.
Hooray! I always find the friend.
oh my God! There's like, stop.
Yeah, you ran in and made a lot of noise. Brea was very
Whose
smart going
idea
in
was
first.
that?
I like that. That was great. Who said this again?
Why
make
do
that
you
the-
help me with her words?
All right. So yeah, I don't think they're gonna pull out the old gun yet. The one in front of you, Sal, will haul off and attack you, though.
That's fair.
He pulls out his dagger and swipes at you. Let's use this. Swipes at you with a 15 hit.
It hits. That hits.
Oh, no.
That is going to be 5 piercing damage.
And that's the end of the sentence, right? That's the end of the sentence, right?
And 9 necrotic damage.
Oh my God.
Oh my god!
Yep. as he slices across your belly with a hiss.
Brea, in my will, I will bequeath you this jewel of mine.
You wanted it, right? Meanwhile, the one by the opening pulls out a. I guess actually also throws one of his daggers. And tries to hit you, Sal, with a 24.
What?
I'm so sorry. And that is going to be 7 piercing damage.
That's the end of the sentence, right?
And 4 necrotic damage.
All right, I'm down.
Going down, down.
I'm down. Wait, actually, I have something for this. Everybody, wait, I got a thing. I'm gonna. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Restless endurance. When you are reduced to 0 HP but not killed, you can drop to 1 HP instead once per long rest. Did not expect to use this.
Hey,
Erica.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well done. So Erica drops down. Garrus, you see, however, in the fluttering of the eyes that he does in fact remain. But you are down for the count for the time being.
I mean, he's not like prone or shit. He's just like.
Do you want to still be
hit point.
standing?
I mean, I wouldn't mind narratively being like, oh, my guts, and then, keeping them inside. But I could still be on my feet.
I mean, if you still stand on your feet, there's always a chance they may still try to attack you.
I would like to cower.
That makes more sense, yeah. Because they don't know that you know what I mean? Like, if you only have 1 hit point, it's always better to be like, oh, I'm dead, and then keep your eyes open or fluttering. They'll just make sure you're dead. Because these creatures are smart. As you know, they have language. They've been speaking to each other and all that kind of stuff. And then, let's just say... Yeah, fuck it. No, whatever. Okay.
You're going to do it?
I mean, realistically, I would. Could
I
think
so
here's the thing.
Pathetically that I'm
clearly... because I think this guy would cast darkness. However, I think they feel cocky right now. They've already wiped the people before. They had to retreat. They're feeling very powerful right now, and I think that might just be their downfall. So,
I feel like
Ahmed,
their ego.
It is your turn.
All right, Kala, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, I see target number 1. All right, so I can move closer as a bonus action.
Yeah, you can. When you see your
Towards the
target, you can run.
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And as my action, I can fire an arrow.
Absolutely.
Do it.
And I'm going to fire it at Honcho. This guy down here.
This guy? Okay.
Here we go. Yeah. It's not I'm sorry that it's not rolling on
That's okay. I always prefer people to roll
defaults.
however that makes them happiest.
Okay, thank you.
Everyone gets
okay,
to roll
well,
20s now.
I rolled an 8, so it doesn't matter.
No, unfortunately that sings wide and clatters to the stone wall beyond this creature.
That is my turn.
Top of the round, Sal.
Before we do that, can I take a reaction within that round?
What's your reaction?
My reaction would be my channel divinity, rebuke the violent.
Can you read it to me?
Yeah, sorry. So I can use it to rebuke those who use violence. Immediately after an attacker within 30 feet of you deals damage with an attack against a creature other than you, so that would be Sal, you can use your reaction to force the attacker to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the attacker takes radiant damage equal to the damage it just dealt. On a successful save, it takes half as much damage.
Yes. I mean, you should have done that previous, but I'm not too worried, and obviously you just realized it. So yeah, we can do that, but I don't remember how much damage I dealt. So someone remembers.
You did 7 for the first one, and then 4 for the second
24
one?
in total, right?
No,
yeah.
2 guys
14
hit
and
me.
11, 25. It was 14 and 11.
So the first, if you can remember, I'm happy to do it. Because I don't remember.
It was the total damage. The first attack was the total was 14, and the second attack total was 11.
Cool. What was the
25
bigger
total.
attack?
Split between the attack and the necrotic damage.
So what's
I don't know
the
which of-
what's the actual rebuke? It's one attack.
It says immediately after an attacker within 30 feet deals
Yeah.
damage with an attack against a creature other than you. So I suppose it would be both of them, or we can just pick one.
I don't know
just
if we-
one. It says
I think it'd
force
be
the
one.
attacker.
Yeah, because you would do the attack and then you would do it. Yeah.
The first person then, I suppose, will make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
If they pass it, let me see what that is. DC 12.
I think it's nothing, right?
Sure. Okay. All right. So we'll call the guy that actually stabbed Sal up front. We'll do a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Because that's fun, and we'll just remember this. Is this once per long rest?
Yeah, it's once per short rest, so it's gone now.
Okay, cool. Well, that
you,
is a 6. So that is a fail.
Fail. So he'll
Nice.
take
Wow.
the full damage he just did.
So he'll take the full damage.
25. 25.
Well, no, he would take his attack, which was 14, which is still enough to kill
It's
him.
also radiant damage, so hopefully
Ooh,
they don't
he
have
dead.
It doesn't, but he's dead.
that.
However,
Oh, good.
And that means
everyone
that
make a Constitution save.
No!
not everyone.
Everyone
Just us
within
two.
10 foot. Sorry, you two.
Bollocks.
Just out of curiosity, doesn't 8 make it?
What about a 10?
A 10 barely does, but an 8 does not. So, but that's okay. This is one of the little guys. So,
I have 1 HP. Little guy doesn't matter anymore.
No, wait, you have more though now, right? Or
yeah.
no?
So you are blinded, Sal. You are on the ground with 1 HP, blinded. Garrus, you are not blinded. You are just barely
Easy.
saved. So you are good. So
I've had a rough 30 seconds.
So again, how this has gone, which is really cool actually. This
Yeah, you did.
darkling creature runs up and stabs you in the gut, Sal. In reaction to that, you make this rebuke, and the creature dies after its own, blade essentially, and explodes in a blinding light. Then the creature at the opening fires upon you, Sal, and you go down. So technically that would have happened in that order. It doesn't make a difference though. Then Kala runs up, shoots at someone but missed, so that we don't have to worry about that. And we are now at the top of the round. Sal, you are alive. You
I
have 1 hit point.
want all of you to now fully appreciate why I booed rolling high on every initiative I rolled, and the irony of me celebrating it this time. Well, I've learned my lesson, haven't I? Thank you.
Boo.
16. Yay! All right, well.
Like an asshole.
Like an ass.
Do you not have healing potions? You guys should have healing potions.
I don't have healing potions. I would have used them already.
I think
But
when
if
people
you
are
wild
doing-
shape, you get all the hit points of that new form.
Which is what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, secret druid healing. It's the best.
That's cool.
And this is excellent because if I'm blind, thank God I have perception check bonuses to smell and
right.
hearing.
Holy
We
shit.
learned this
So-
in the last bubble.
So do you beast form?
Yeah, I feel like out of the weird hunched over growl of pain and just blinding, just again the worst 30 seconds, you see Sal erupting into a just furious amount of fur and nails and teeth. It really seems like the
Yes.
stabbing set that off more than anything.
I love that. That is so cool. I love how
Yeah,
all
that's
that
sick.
came about. You run in, you go down, you're almost dead, but then you erupt into this monstrous form. What creature are you?
I'm going back. Honestly,
Badger?
I haven't done it yet, but it does have a. I wanted to use the Spider King. I
Okay.
really did want to use Spider King,
But
but I think I'm just gonna go for the wolf again.
okay.
A nice, wonderful dire wolf.
Nice. Yeah, you see as this creature, for the first time to many of you, comes back. Maybe there's this moment where you're all like, "No, Sal," and then Sal just like stands back up as his skin splits and hair pushes out, And on all fours, this direwolf now stands in Sal's place. Sal, it is
Still
your
clothed,
turn.
by the way. Still clothed.
Still,
I still wear my clothes.
still weirdly clothed wolf. It's very modest. It's like it's embarrassed by its naked wolf parts, so it is now standing there.
I
in
can't
like
lose them. Little pants.
Just kidding. Perfect,
Okay.
Sal. What do you do? It's your turn.
These two that are in front of me, they're the same.
Well, I mean, they're not twins. They're the same class.
They look the same. They resemble
They
each
look
other.
at each other and
enough.
they're like, "Don't define us by
This
the
is Sherry and this
similarities."
is Terry.
Yeah.
That's
We're
true.
twins.
Who's the one that has my blood on them right now?
No one. He exploded.
Damn. And the
Garrus
other
did that.
one, I guess. All right, well, that's fine. I'm just going to get whatever's closest to me then.
Sure.
Once it comes closer to me, because I am not moving from this spot, I just realized I would like to ready an action to bite the
Okay.
first thing that comes near me.
Cool.
Having
I like that.
learned. Once
Yeah.
bitten, twice shy. Okay, anyways. I'll ready that.
Brilliant. Yeah, you ready in action for any creature that comes up to attack. Garrus, it's your turn.
Quick reminder, I do have pack tactics now. So if you stay
Nice.
close and bring them to me.
Cool. Garrus will take out that broken blade you've seen him with before, and he'll just kind of close his eyes, mutter something to it, and the three of you are blessed.
Oh.
Thank you.
So you add 1d4
Me
on
included?
ability checks and
Yeah, you're just
attack
within
rolls.
range.
Oh, hell yeah.
So yeah, you're all blazed. And because of the pack tactics thing, I will move kind of here-ish, make it harder for them to get past us, and hopefully, unless I should go here, I'll be here beside Sal.
You just have to be within 5 feet
Yeah,
of the
I'll stay
creature.
there then.
Cool.
And I suppose I can't really do another action. I'll just get the sword and shield ready.
Perfect. Brea, it is your turn.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm hidden from these creatures. I rolled a 12 for my stealth.
No, you are not, unfortunately.
All right,
But they're
well-
not attacking you right now. So.
Because my trepidatious allies decided not to advance on these creatures, I do not get to sneak attack damage them. But that's fine. We haven't really worked together that much that they know that I need them to get right up there in melee. I'm going to do like a little run across. And as I run, I'm going to pull out my bow and try to hit this bottom dude.
Cool.
right
A run and
here.
gun.
Yeah, it's a run and gun.
I love it.
Additionally, I'm not sure if because I heard you say that they deal necrotic damage. Hopefully they're not immune because I'm going to try and hex these fools.
Cool.
So I hex that guy. As I'm running, I like pull a big hunk of hair off of my scalp, and the bleeding end just starts like wailing through the tunnel. It makes like a little humming sound as it goes.
Oh, I love it.
And it wraps itself around this creature.
Nice.
It just happens. So he's now cursed.
Cool.
With
No
my
saving
hex?
throw or anything?
Nah.
Okay.
And then I just have to hit it with an attack. So we'll see how that goes.
Cross your butts.
All right, not great. Oh, but my bless worked out
Oh,
wonderfully.
yeah.
So that's 15 to hit.
That hits.
Perfect.
Yeah, you hit. For how much?
So I'm going to deal 6 piercing damage,
Nice.
5 necrotic damage if applicable.
Nice.
Does he seem to be affected by the necrotic damage?
You'd have to roll perception.
I would love to do that.
Give me a roll.
11. No, 12, sorry.
Yeah, you think so.
Cool.
Sorry, you said it was 6 and then 5?
That's right.
Cool.
And then I'm going to continue my run across, and I'm going to hide here as a bonus action.
Give me a roll.
10.
Yeah, no. You're like I feel good about this, and you're like clearly like your like little paunch is just sticking out over the thing.
I have no paunch.
Brea does.
I'm a wiry warrior.
Perfect. Well, it is their turn, and that guy did not like getting hit by you, so he sees you for your wily tricks, and he stands up, and he let's think. Yeah, I think he casts darkness in front of Kala to sort of keep you guys out of the fray. So again, you know the gist. I think it's a 15-foot circle erupts around you.
All right, Kala. This time around, Kala's just gonna close her eyes and she's gonna use her ears.
Cool.
Like this has happened enough times. I think that now she's ready to fight blind.
Oh yeah, she's ready.
Cool.
Then this other guy walks up to you. Why can I not move him?
He doesn't want to go.
He's afraid.
Scared him so much.
Yes!
Peaceful.
Yes!
He walks
to
up
me!
to you, Sal, and he draws his blades and he attacks.
I
He
bite
pulls
him.
out 2 scimitars.
Oh yeah, you held an action.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I thought you was being funny.
Oh,
yeah.
no, I'm serious. I'm biting him.
Yep, go for it. What do you do?
Yeah. So the
bites
first
him.
roll, that was the first one, and then the second one, because it's an advantage for
16.
practice.
What is the first one? 16? Yeah, that
16
hits.
first one. Yep. Oh, well,
Yep.
there you go. That's even easier.
Yeah.
So now I am going to, as I said, bite him.
Cool.
And I will do that with my teeth that I am very gently preparing to bite with as I
Your
use
gentle
my
teeth?
teeth to. That's the wrong one.
Ooh, aw.
Ooh,
What the
aw.
heck? There we go.
Ooh,
Sorry, one sec. Ignore that. Ignore that. Oh, I got the same thing. That's wonderful. I
Crush it.
bite into him with the full force of my teeth, and I do 12 points of biting damage.
Nice.
It's piercing damage, but
Wow,
it's biting damage as
that's
far as I'm
great.
concerned. If the
Very
target
good.
is a creature, he must now succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Ooh, I like that. Let's
So
see.
cool. You just like worry his arm in your
That,
teeth.
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately, was a natural
One.
Oh,
You don't
Nice.
trick
Blind
me
wolf,
anymore with
blind
your
wolf.
psychos.
Oh, man.
What?
You don't trick me anymore with your
Blind
psychos.
wolf. Blind wolf.
Yeah, so he gets what? Proned?
Prone.
Prone.
Yeah, he gets
Not
proned.
prone.
dude, you proned.
Prone. Perfect. So he can't attack. Well, now he can, stand back up, I guess? He only moved over, and then you did that. So proned is half
no.
my movement to stand up.
Yeah.
So he attacks. But that's still very cool. I liked it. And then he didn't, but he's very angry now. So he attacks you with his dual scimitars. After standing back up with a 16 plus 5 and an 18 plus 5. I'm going to guess both those probably hit.
That
They,
does
they
sound
do. They do.
Yeah.
substantial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
prefer
so
if
the
they
first-
didn't.
Okay, the first one is going to be... it's going to be 4 slashing damage and 7 necrotic damage.
Bro.
And,
How many hit points does this form have?
Yeah.
Just curious.
37.
Oh.
So sorry,
Oh,
you
you're
said how much?
good.
You said I
That's
don't
great.
like losing health.
You're a beast.
No one does.
Literally.
And the
Sorry, you said-
second attack
Wait, so sorry,
So
go
the-
back again. It was how much?
was
4 and
7
7?
and 4, which is
11.
11.
Gotcha. And
And
then
the second one is going to be not better. It's going to be 13 damage total. As
why,
he-
man?
Because he is very angry, and you knocked him prone, and you hurt him gravely, and he slices at you with the 2 scimitars, taking meaty hits out of you. And you can tell by this point, you guys have all taken enough hits that these are all laced in some sort of necrotic, poison of sorts that's doing additional damage. And finally, this last guy who's sort of just cowering around the corner, he's going to fire at Garrus. Give Garrus some of the damage with a 7, 12. 12 to hit?
Misses.
Perfect. Yeah, so he fires at you and totally whiffs it. We are at Kala or Ahmed.
All right, yeah. Kala draws her short swords, and she remembers that the wall was next to her, and she drags the short sword against the wall as she
Ooh,
rushes
cool.
down the corridor using to try to gain her balance. And I believe that she heard the altercation. She heard the dog growling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so I believe that she would be able to get straight through the darkness, but I mean, you determine. Help me. How do the rules work with this?
Yeah,
Like,
no, give me a perception roll.
do I do
still.
half? Do I do half speed or okay?
I'd say give me a perception roll. I think the sword is brilliant, but
16.
They can't negate the thing.
No,
with
agreed. I
disadvantage?
wasn't trying to. I was just,
No, with-
the mechanism.
Was that with disadvantage?
Is that what it? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
give me a
rolling then.
disadvantage perception roll.
You got it. 11.
Okay, I'm gonna say you get the right direction, but yeah, we'll call it half speed. You're taking your time, so you can only move half the
Okay.
speed. To
Now,
get to
do
where
I
you
still gain the benefit of an enemy being in front of me?
the benefit of an enemy being in front of you?
Oh, sorry. Bonus action speed.
Oh no, you don't, because that was when you could see a creature, correct?
Right.
I believe it was. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's when you see a creature within 30 feet, you can recklessly run towards them. Is that correct? If it's see, then no. If it's sense or hear or whatever, I'm happy to call it whatever you want.
Okay.
But if it does say see, then I'm going to say no.
Let's look at.
Sounds cooking something good.
I actually have no idea.
What's it called? Reckless abandon?
Aggressive. As a bonus action, you can move up to your speed towards an enemy of your choice that you can see or hear.
Oh,
Or
hear?
hear.
Then I'm going to say you're good. Yeah, if it's here, you're fine.
Hey!
Yeah.
So Kala, if you don't mind, Kala's gonna like drag her sword 5, 10, 15,
Yeah.
right? And then that's the additional speed, right?
Yeah.
So I'd like her to kind of do a maneuver where she uses the wall and comes down to here. I don't know if exactly that's
Like
the
a
right.
wall
Yeah,
run?
I mean, if you can move there, then that's fine. Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
I didn't
all right.
grid it out perfectly, so
And then that still affords me one attack with my short sword.
cool.
And here it comes. And that's a natural one.
Oh no!
But you're in it.
Yeah, but I'm in it. I'm where I need to be.
You're in the mix. Cool. Top of the round. Sal.
Who's not doing great again, guys?
You still have like 20 something hit points, aren't you?
13.
Oh wow, never mind.
And when you come out of that wild shape, when
dirty
you
dog.
take
You came down.
when you take those 13 hit points of damage, then you unwild shape with 1 hit point left or 2 hit points or whatever.
No, I dropped it to 0.
So if she wild shapes
yeah,
back to,
because you only had 1 left.
will she go back to just having the 1? Even say if I were to heal her now, will she carry those healed points to her human form?
She's a beast forever now.
I think so. She's got basically like temporary hit points right now in her
Okay.
beast form, right?
Yeah,
So you
and
can
then she
heal
gets
up her
knocked
beast
out of
form
it
if you want.
into her.
But when she gets knocked out of beast shape or wild shape, she's gonna have
She
1
goes
hit point
back
left.
to
Yeah.
she
Well,
goes back to
I'll
what she-
be honest.
But
if
let's
I
hope
can
that
just
doesn't happen.
I can just do better than what this guy's gonna have. I'll be happy.
Just eat all the faces.
Knock his block
Yeah,
off.
Erica, just do better.
Just
I'll just
roll
do
the
better.
numbers.
Just do better.
Eat all the
Just roll
faces.
better.
Pro tip, the ultimate
Just do
pro tip.
better.
I'm going to assess the situation using my blind eyes and calculate my best maneuver and then bite him.
Okay.
All right. Using my pack, the first one is 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second one is 8, so definitely 15.
15 hits.
Yes, so now I'm going to use my teeth. I enjoy narrating this, so you can all be with me on this. And I do 7 points of piercing damage to bite him.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
then
you
also he's
sink
not
your
prone.
teeth. Doesn't
Oh, sorry.
I thought he used to do a
Okay.
save.
He does have to do the save. My apologies. I got excited to knock him prone.
That's okay. It's a strength save, or what was it again?
It's great.
Strength save. That was cracked. That is a 5. Yeah, he's prone. Yeah. Blump, blump, blump.
Nice.
Perfect.
Biting has never not solved a problem for me in my
This is
entire
true.
life.
Is anyone else or sorry, are you doing anything else?
You know what? I would like to take a step back into the darkness, if that's okay. I know I'm blind anyway, but I just want to take a step back so I'm not quite beside.
You're not sorry, you were only blinded for 1 round. You're no longer blinded.
Oh, I'm back. Okay, well then, I mean,
Yeah.
would it
I mean, you
still
can still
help
do
to
it. I
move-
just didn't want you to misunderstand.
I'm going to take one step back to be less of an appealing target because, wolf or not, I seem to be quite squishy.
Cool. Next up then is Garrus.
Can you do coup de grace and
No, but you get advantage on your attack.
Also, I'm kind of torn. Like,
Sorry, I think prone creatures can make opportunity attacks. So he is going to attack if you want to move away. You don't have to.
Oh, well then
But
I'll
he'll
stay
attack you.
exactly where I am and not move at all.
Yeah.
So before we went into this fight, assuming we had chatted about it, like, Sal, would you like to remain in beast form for the remainder of the attacking?
I love there's like this soft moment where he turns to you.
So Sal, now
Wait.
just having a chat here. Do you want to remain a dog, or shall I wait for you to turn back and heal you then? You've really got all these options here. And 1 bark for stay a dog, 2 barks for heal me when I'm a human. It's really up to you.
And there's a swivel of this giant dire beast head towards you with these giant brown eyes, watering with the pain of having been stabbed so many times. And 2 barks is what you'll get.
Heal you when you become a human.
Heal me when I become a human. I'm okay now.
Got you. I'm gonna fucking stab this bastard who hit my friend Sal! That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to hit him.
Perfect.
You said I get advantage?
You get advantage because he's prone, I believe. Yeah.
Bastard. You were hurting my friend, and I'm going to hit you with my sword. Well, that's not going to be good. Oh, that's fucking 11 for the first one. Oh my god, a natural 1. God almighty.
Oh no.
Oh, I am fucking useless. Yeah. Hit the ground. Damage my
Yikes.
sword.
Nothing else you want to do?
You gave me company in this trying times. That is something.
Can I? Nah, if I had bonus action, drop the shield, take out the dagger, and attack him again.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's gonna be a fucking 7, and if we get advantage, then this is 22.
Nice. Yeah, you stab him like that, right in the gut,
Big
and again and
dirty
again.
bastard.
But it's only one more time. How much damage?
Let me see. We got 6.
Perfect. Well done. Yeah, you meatily stab him in the stomach.
Yeah!
Brea,
That's
you are
me.
bathed in darkness, and you don't really know where you are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right up against the wall.
Yeah,
I'm going to try to perceive where to go, I
correct.
suppose.
Yeah, with disadvantage.
Excellent. Maybe I'll use my inspiration to remove that disadvantage.
Sure.
Oh, and I rolled 2 for fucking no reason anyway. Like a loser.
Take the higher.
All right. That is 16.
Yeah, you can tell where they're going.
Okay, so I'm going to move through this darkness.
Yeah. You got very high, so I'm not going to worry about you doing double movement. I think because Ahmed had an 11 with his disadvantage roll, so
Cool.
I kind of ruled it like that. But with the 16, you kind of have a good idea.
Right. And I'm going to attack this guy who cast the very darkness that I just passed through.
He who cast the first darkness.
He is
Dark
the guy
is
who I
dark,
have
dark.
hexed.
Cool.
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that.
Why?
No, I guess I will. Because I don't get to do sneak attack damage on him. And that's a problem for me.
You need your sneak attack.
I
damage.
do need my sneak damage.
I need
so
my sneaks.
I'm not going to attack my hexy boy right now. I'm going to attack the other guy and do my sneaks. That's what's going on.
Wait, no. Which one are you doing?
Attacking this guy,
Okay.
who is not hexed.
He who is not hexed, may he hex the loudest.
All right, that's 10 plus my 3 for bless. Hope you guys are all adding your bless, by the way.
I
Plus my
was
5
not.
that's an 18
Now, how are you attacking him?
with a bow.
He's prone.
Tenaciously.
So I have disadvantage.
You have disadvantage, unfortunately.
Allow me to roll another
If you would
D20.
prefer, I will let you attack the other guy. Because I forgot about the disadvantage rule until... Because it's kind of a
No, I still want to hit him.
I just wanted to... I always think it's a dumb rule.
I
think
rolled
it's
even higher on that
strange
one.
rule.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so you hit.
I do hit. I deal unto him.
I love that. That was great.
Should I get this one?
Oh, meaty.
So I rolled maximum on my. Sorry, it's just a lot of dice. I'm gonna have to get
Did
used
you roll
to this.
over 1 damage?
Yes.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay, great. Then
No. Because everyone in the area needs to roll a Constitution
for sure,
saving
totally.
throw.
But at the same time,
18.
Trust me, we'll want to resolve this first.
Add your blesses.
Yeah, roll your blesses.
Oh, I think I got the same.
Super pass.
Constitution. 11.
20.
15.
The DC is 11. So
So, you get an
who
11?
saved? Everybody?
I
But
may have
Erica.
gotten a 1 on the die.
Oh no. Okay, so here's
bad
the
number.
issue. Everyone who saved is blinded. Everyone who failed is blinded and takes 7 damage. So Sal, as this explode, you guys knew this because you've already killed one. As
But-
it explodes,
It's okay.
this light
darkness.
blinds everybody around it in a 10-foot
Are you saying
radius.
I can't do my whispers wails from the grave thing now?
What I'm saying is, do you need to see the whispers from the grave?
Yeah, but it says immediately after you deal your sneak damage to a creature, you can target a second creature that you can see. Do you know what I mean? Does that happen before or after the explosion?
Well, this is when it dies. So did you kill it before?
Before
doing the other
immediately?
thing? You know what? Sure, let's let it happen.
It's your call.
No, that's fine. Go for it. So how much damage are you dealing with the other guy?
To the other guy,
Yeah.
I'm just dealing a 1d6.
Okay.
It's not a 10. He takes 6 damage.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, before you're all blinded and Sal probably dies, you deal 6 damage to the other one. And now
Worth it.
a massive explosion as this guy's body just plumes in a big ball of burning energy, and you are all blinded for a round. And Sal, you take 7 damage. How are you doing?
You hear the most piteously annoyed bark that sounds suspiciously like the worst word you've ever heard out of Sal, were he human. He's got six health left.
Okay.
It's not 0
It's not 0.
or less.
It's not 0.
Please
Cool.
stop hurting me. I don't like it.
As a bonus action, can I toss my healing potion to Garrus?
Sure.
Thank you. The thumbs.
Yeah.
I mean, technically no, but sure.
I guess because we're blind, right? I'm not going to be like...
Yeah, I mean, there's a few reasons why this wouldn't really work, but
Sure.
I'd
We're
like.
standing
Never
right
mind.
behind each other. You like push it into my back. And what does that feel like? A glass bottle of some kind? Oh, it's a potion. I'm
You just
guessing.
drink it. You're like, I'm not very thirsty right now, but I will take it.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
No, never mind. I'll wait until I'm sighted.
Okay. So, in the darkness, or in the blinded state you are in, Garrus, you feel something move up towards you, and
bastard.
2 blades swipe across your chest. A 19 and a 17.
But I tell you, the first one's going to hit and the second one is going to miss.
Ooh!
Nice.
Really?
Wait! I am assuming I didn't have time to pick my shield up.
You know what? You did specifically say that you drop your shield, but...
And they...
But... Actually, no. I'm going to say you didn't, actually.
Can
now
I
that I'm
have
thinking about it, you
Captain
didn't.
America'd it up, like stood on it and it
Yeah,
flips
but see...
up?
Wrong
And
campaign.
I want to reward how ballsy
no
you were
longer.
with dropping it to grab the dagger, but I also think what's beautiful about that moment is it left you vulnerable. And if we
did.
don't play into the vulnerability, then it undercuts the effort that you made.
And
So
Garrus
unfortunately,
getting sliced twice.
slice twice.
In the GM studio.
Slice me.
I'm gonna let you pick. Do you want me to use the average stats for this damage or roll?
No, fuck it. Vulnerable.
Roll.
Roll.
Okay, just giving you the option because
Oh.
so far I've
Garrus
been
could
rolling
be
much higher tonight. So you take 7 slashing damage.
Right.
And only 3 necrotic damage. So actually, that was better than the average. So there you
And
go.
I hate to be like teacher, but you're rolling with advantage to hit us, right? Because we're blind.
He did, yeah. And the second one is...
That was one attack.
That was 1 attack. The second one is 9 slashing damage. And 9 necrotic damage. How are you doing, Garrus?
7, 8, 9. Garrus
He'll be taking that.
falls
too.
to the ground.
No!
unconscious.
Unconscionable.
Wow.
Doing great is how we're doing.
All right.
Super great.
Yeah,
There's
super
a
great.
little death saves thing on D&D.
I
That's
have
cool.
a question.
Hold on. And then this guy fires his bow at Kala
Of course.
with a 17 to hit, Kala.
Yes.
Perfect.
Remember how Garrus was like, "Do you want me to heal you now or later?" And then he just fucking died.
I was going to, that was my first thing I was going to I'll touch out and feel the dog and heal it, but it's like, no, I'm dead. I'm fucking dead now. I'm on the ground.
That was a limited time deal.
That's going to be 10 damage to you, Kala.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Question, Erica.
Yes.
Question?
Oh, yes, my question. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I forgot that I said I was going to ask.
You thought I was question,
You were
Erica.
excited for this.
Here's my question. What's your question?
Just out of curiosity,
Yeah.
were I to shift out of my beast form and then shift right back into it, would I get all my health back?
I
Yes.
genuinely don't know anything about. You would have to Google that.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You
well, I
would.
see 2 nods happening.
I would
so
rather you Google it than take
Yes.
the opinions
Oh,
of people
that's
who
true.
want you to do it.
a bit
Just to-
biased, are we?
I believe them. But Google it because you have moments
Okay.
anyway. Because it's not your turn right yet. It is Kala's turn. Kala.
I just don't know if you can do those 2 actions. Like in
Yeah, I
Not
think
in
they're
one
both
turn.
actions.
Yeah.
But maybe you could wild shape from being
No,
a dog
no,
to being a
because-
different dog.
No, because I've got my wonderful little bonus because I'm the circle I'm in.
Oh, it's a bonus action.
It's bonus, so I can just do bonus and then action.
So I assume Kala can move up a square despite being blind, or do I take a penalty
Blindness
to my
is.
ability?
Oh, sorry. It was 1 round. So yeah, you are blind right now. So you can move.
Until my turn, right?
Yeah, give me a perception if you want to move towards that guy.
Okay.
I don't really know. I mean, what's the rules for blindness? Let's find out. Blindness 5e.
Technically, I don't think there's actually any hindrance to movement at all.
Well, then let's not worry about it. Choose one creature. If it fails, is blinded, and the condition is you cannot see and automatically fail any ability check that requires sight. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So it doesn't say anything about movement. So we'll say you move up, but to attack it'll be with disadvantage.
Correct. Okay, gotcha. All right.
Form of an even bigger wolf.
Oh, you should go around the other side. No, wait. He's dead. I was going to say we could do flanking.
No, hang on.
I can still flank.
I rolled
Still
the wrong
there.
place. Give me a second.
My body will flank you.
Bleeding.
I was holding my
Okay,
sword.
that's a 12 plus. Bless is still active.
Yeah? No. Is it?
No.
I don't think it's
Garrus went
concentration.
down.
No. No. Bless is gone. So-
Goodbye,
Okay,
D4.
so then that's that first one's a miss. The second attack is going to be a 7.
Bummer. Yeah, you take 2 blinded swipes, and unfortunately, you just can't get purchase on this creature. Top of the round, Sal.
So the answer was yes,
Okay, perfect.
which is great. I would then like to use okay. If I'm going to be using one of my actions as I can only use my actual action to cast this, right?
You can only use your actual action to
It's
cast
not,
this.
it's not
Again,
like
I
use
would.
my
I don't
move
know.
or anything.
It would be whatever. Yeah, I don't know anything about druids.
you cannot use your movement to wild shape.
So, yeah. So
just,
it's an
just to
action.
check,
Yeah.
just in case. I'm going to use my bonus to just very awkwardly just retract all my fur and my fingers going back into fingers and going back into slightly bleeding out form of self.
So you go back with 1 hit point to your original.
I go back to 1 hit point.
Okay, so you become very vulnerable for a moment.
Very vulnerable. And then with one massive concerted effort, I go right back into that wolf form. I'm just jutting out with my teeth again. I'm jutting back out with claws, the nice fluffy tail on the back, which is very nicely brushed, by the way. All of it comes back renewed.
And you can do that without penalty on the same turn.
It says I can use my bonus to revert out, and then as an action for wild shape, I can assume the shape of a beast. Blah blah blah. Now the bonus that comes for me is because specifically of my the druid circle, the circle of the moon that I'm in.
Yeah.
I can use a bonus action to become my shape.
Yeah.
But ordinarily, you can just use it as an action.
Also,
I don't
I
think so I have to use a bonus.
With full HP in your beast shape?
Is this
You're
a...
immortal.
she only has 2 instances of that per
that's
long
the
rest.
information
That's
I was
all
missing.
she's got.
Okay,
So
cool.
she's
So you
tapped
now
out.
She's a
used it.
tank.
Yes,
Cool.
I'm tapped
She's a
out.
tank.
Yeah,
I love it. But now you're back up with like 37 hit points or whatever.
Yes, I am.
Brilliant.
Which
That's what I
should
want
be
to see.
sufficient to take these 2 dudes out.
I mean, listen, this
I
is
hope.
an encounter that you can definitely
so.
beat, hands down. All right, let's do that then. Fantastic, Erica. But that's your turn, so you can't attack this turn.
That's my turn.
Yeah.
Cool. Garrus is down. Make a save against death, my friend.
What am I trying to beat?
A 10.
Death
Jesus.
Death.
itself.
Oh my god, well that's a fail.
So mark
One-
your first fail
one
against
fail.
death. Yeah. 3 of those and you are out of the game, my friend.
My
Brea.
goodness.
All around me are familiar faces.
Yeah, so
And a wolf.
I believe Brea is still blind, but at the end of my turn, everyone becomes unblinded, correct?
Yeah, I don't know. It just said your next turn. Let me see. It's
Because-
blinded until the end of its next turn.
Its next turn.
Yeah, a creature is blind until the end of its next
Which
turn.
is probably coming up after your turn.
So you're blinded until the end of your next turn.
Great.
Which is this one.
So I am going to, see, I really want to give Garrus my healing potion, but I don't technically know that he went down because I was
No,
blind,
probably not.
right?
You'd hear this sound, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Surely I would have
That
probably
goes
went
And all these sounds.
flattered to the ground.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. I'm gonna go over and try to kill this guy with my rapier.
Okay.
So I'm rolling with
Flanking.
disadvantage, but we're flanking, so we're adding 2, right?
Ah, correct. Yeah,
Great.
so you are adding 2 to the AC. That's right. Hey, that's better than advantage. There you go. Because now you don't have to take anything off.
Where are all my d20s?
Well, it's just
14.
14 does not hit,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
So I'm going to disengage
And run away.
and move back.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's
That's my turn.
okay.
And then I come to and I see.
Well, unfortunately, I mean, this creature now has 2, I guess, real options to attack. This new wolf form, which he's probably a bit worried about.
Does this
Gosh, I
creature
thought it was
not have
fire.
to roll concentration for the darkness, or have you just been succeeding?
Uh,
well, no, it's not that guy. It's the guy in the bottom. The
yeah, the darkness is
right?
gone now.
Oh, I thought.
Oh, no,
this
no, it was
all-
this guy, but the darkness is gone now.
Because this guy I don't think is a caster.
Correct.
No,
No, he's not.
that might be good actually.
Remind me next time to use my spider because the spider has blind sense. That would have been really helpful. Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know. They have weird
The
rules
spider
for that.
has fewer
Like they don't need to have any components for darkness,
More.
and it's like a recharge ability. But either way, I don't think he's worried about it anymore.
Colin
Okay.
said I got to hear the sounds of Garrus going, "Ow, fuck," and hitting the ground.
So on the plus side, I don't think anybody else is blind anymore.
No, I think we're good for now.
For now, this creature is going to attack. I don't know, probably the giant wolf that's back up against him. Unfortunate, Mom.
It just won't die.
The wolf won't die.
Yeah, despite all this
Invincible
effort
wolf.
put into it. Just a little
Okay,
damage
that's a
sponge.
5 and a 7, which would be
12.
12 and a 10. So I think those both miss.
Hell
So
yeah.
there you go. He tries to swipe at you and completely whiffs it. And then this guy down here, he's going to fire at you, Kala, with a 12.
That's a miss.
Nice.
You hear it clattering behind you. All right. that is Kala's turn.
Let's kill
All
this.
right. So I'm going to.
Oh
yeah,
wait,
I'm gonna kill this.
can I have
fool in
moved
front of
over
me.
here instead?
No,
Damn it!
you stay there. No.
Oh.
No, I'm gonna move into flanking position. So it's
Well, Garrus is
You
down.
can't flank with
Yeah, I'm
Garrus.
not going to count him as
Oh,
flankable.
Garrus
But
is
if you
down,
move
so let me just
one
do that.
more, there you
my
go.
sword. I'm saying as a
Yeah,
semi-ghost.
let's see some checkers.
I guess that's technically flanking, sure.
So that's 15. That's a +2,
Yeah, that hits.
and yeah, and that's 6 points of damage to this guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'll attack again.
Okay.
That's a 14.
No. His AC is 15.
Oof, right on. That's a miss. And I think that's my turn.
Okay. Top of the round. Sal, in your wolf form.
I'm also assuming I get flanking, right?
Yep.
And poor Garrus being incapacitated means I don't have pack tactics.
You're within 5 feet of me.
You're still
But
dying,
not.
though?
But you're
No,
not within
though.
5 feet of the enemy. It's
Yeah.
5 feet of within the enemy.
Surely Bray is just standing on Garrus's head or something. Just like,
Yeah, how she does. I feel like he has no thumbs to help you. I'm sorry, unfortunately. So
like-
he's just going to just the sad little whimper of, oh, you're probably fine. I was fine. And then he's going to carefully weigh his options and run it through a little mental calculus, and then he's going to decide to bite him.
Cool. Give me a roll.
All right. Oh, is that correct?
ooh.
I don't know what
Get
your
him.
roll is.
I think that was a crit.
25.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was
Hey!
I'm sorry if my reaction did not give it away.
I didn't know if it was good or bad. You were like, ah! I was like, oh no, is that a 1? I'm really happy.
and Sora.
Amazing, yeah.
Game show prize.
You bite it. How much damage do you do?
So it's done by doubling it, or just done by just max?
You roll all your damage dice twice.
Okay, so that's the first one, and then that's the second one.
Woo!
That is 16 biting bolts of damage.
Amazing.
Piercing
Yeah,
damage.
you crunch down on this creature's head, and with a pleasurable snarl, you all make a constitution save.
Yeah.
If he's
Not
in
me.
my mouth, do I like?
No, Garrus, you fail your constitution save, and you need to do 1 strike against death.
No.
Do I actually?
You automatically take damage.
I just. But Harlan, having so expertly
That was
closed my
success.
mouth around this creature, did I
No,
not?
no. Hold on, stop. Garrus, no, you fail one. You don't need to roll. You
I fail a
automatically
death
fail
save?
one. If you take damage while you're making death saves, you lose
All right.
1. You
I'm
now
too
have
deep.
1 chance left to save, and it's your turn next. But in the meantime, Sal, what were you saying?
But the fact that I so critically encapsulated this gentleman in my mouth, do I not do a little firecracker in the mouth explosion?
Like, do you
burp it
take the
out?
You know what? I'll let you do this. If you are willing to take the full damage yourself, regardless, I'm going to say that everyone else has the chance to be blinded, but no one else will take the damage. Because if you're like swallowing him,
Like jumping on the grenade.
yeah, you're like jumping. Great way to put it. You're jumping on the grenade. So you take the full damage. Sold. Cal is like, sold. So is that what you do, Sal?
I failed my
Absolutely. Garrus has done worse things in recent hours, and that helped me. The very least I can do is
Cool.
return the favor while he's
I
unconscious.
actually really like that then. So don't worry about the fail, Garrus, just yet. But
Okay.
yeah, I love that,
Woo!
Sal. You
Yeah.
jump on it, you swallow
roll
him
holes.
knowing it's going to explode, and it like wrecks you from the inside out. I feel like it should almost be more damage, but we'll just call it 7 for fairness. It
That's
just explodes
fine.
inside you, and he is gone.
Someone
and
tell
as
Garrus that he does that after he comes back.
yeah,
Definitely.
as the 4 of you are sort of looking amongst each other,
Blindedly.
blindedly, you hear the soft pitter patter of feet.
No.
off in the distance.
Pitter-pattering away?
Pitter-pattering away.
There goes there goes our surprise.
No, it's okay. This is good. We have to fight another day.
Yeah, bring them to us.
All right, do we drop out of initiative?
Yeah, if you'd like for now.
Because Brea's gonna
give
run
that man a
over and
potion.
feed Sal a healing potion.
Okay, fuck you, Garrus. So you pour it down Sal's throat.
No,
And Sal is feeling fine as they
Garrus,
were earlier.
Garrus,
and
I'm gonna give it to
Garrus
Garrus.
dies by your feet.
No. I give it to the wolf. I'm like, wait a second.
Am I
I
missing
love that
something?
taunting, almost giving it to me, and then
Am
just
I
moving
missing
it away.
something? I love that.
You regain 7 hit points, Garrus.
7. You wake up and go, huh. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, who else needs healing?
I'm good, actually. I didn't take any.
Hey, not bad.
I am going to, at that, drop back out of my wolf form. Just
Is that smart?
ow!
Yeah, good. Don't drop.
He disagrees. Okay, he says not to drop out of my wolf form, so no.
Did you catch us attack
don't.
you?
He just bit my foot.
Oh, no.
Yeah, don't,
How
yeah,
long-
do not.
You have an hour, right? An hour in wild shape?
I do.
Keep that
have.
hour. Keep it,
Okay,
because we're going to
I'm-
have to push forward,
But
right?
do you need
How
to
are
short
you-
rest? What's your story here?
How are you for
Stay in
HP?
beast shape for a number of hours equal to half your druid level, rounded down, so 1 hour.
All right. So you're going to push forward then?
Yeah.
Okay. Garrus will lay hands on himself
Yep.
Yeah, you will.
to heal. I think I'm just gonna do the full one. 'cause I still have 2
In front
heals
of
left.
us, Garrus, I keep telling you, privacy. This is
We're all
something that you and
friends here. There's no
Privacy.
shaming to be done.
privacy.
So,
Only we're all
Garrus, you
still
heal
blind.
yourself. How's
Yeah.
your healing, Kala? Where are you?
I'm at 12 of 22, so I'm low, but I'm okay. I think what I could do is I'll cast Goodberry, and that's 10 hit points, and that's exactly what I need. So I'll do that. I'll just
have a
conjure
nice
up some berries.
Snack.
There you go. So you're all sort of taking just a quick moment before pressing
chomp.
onward.
Yeah.
I would also just again, Sal is in a wolf form. He can't say this out loud, but were he able to talk, he would be saying something like, would have been nice to have a meat shield, wouldn't it?
And with that, we're going to leave it there for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Good final line. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us. This has been Hereafter the First Fire, Chapter 6. We will be back next week, Tuesday at 7:30, for Chapter 7 as they continue and hopefully end the final fight in this basement. Excellent job tonight, guys. You did absolutely fantastic. As always, this was an absolute blast. That is it from us. Hope you have a wonderful week. And as my darling Joe always likes to say,
I love a meat shield.
she loves a meat shield. Good night.